it will help the team's cause if they can take a little bit time. Again,
that the openers have done their job. Yes, they could not continue. They'll be disappointed, but runs on the board matters. It also releases lots and lots of pressure. 8 wickets in hand in the 30th over. There's still 20 more overs available. He goes down the wicket. What a shot. Brave. That is a brave shot because he's just come on to bat. And then there's a rocket 6 from the bat of Nazmul Shanto.
Yeah, the ball seems to be coming onto the batter a little bit more. It's not the first time we've seen a batter advance and target straight down in the slot. He made it into the slot because of that early movement. 92 meters hit. Wonderful striking. Justin Graves is the only fast bowling option they have. Sherfin Rutherford as well, a medium pace at best, given the composition of their team. What a response. Huge shout from Graves himself. Not so much from Shai Hope. Discussion again. Don't ask the bowler. They always think that it's out. Yeah, he's gone for it. Is there a tickle?
Director, third umpire, we have a player review for Corcoran. Original decision is not out. It's Fedler go to front on first. Okay, maybe a gap there. Just go to Ultra just to confirm. Thank you. Running through. Gap on the left. Keep going. Next frame. Yeah, no bat involved. We'll go back on screen. Merkel, you can stay with your original decision of not out. Clear gap. You're on screen signal.
Spot on the umpire. That lost one review now. 194 for 2. Yeah, Bangladesh need another partnership. What a outstanding partnership from the opening pair. 176. Job on their hands now in the middle. Ridoy and Shanto. Off the back foot. At times they've been guilty, haven't they been? Throughout this bowling affair of 30 plus overs, you've seen them bowl on a shorter side where you tend to release the pressure instead of trying to grab on and put more pressure.
Yeah, you're right. There isn't that unrelenting length that we saw from them in the previous 2 matches. They were either too full or too short, as you so rightly pointed out. Sharp turn again at good pace as well. And you heard previously from Faviz Maharouf about the testing period. So anything that's inside that guideline on the leg side, the closer one to the batter, umpires are not going to give wide for the next 3 months as they trial this sort of new rule.
And that was also a very good take behind the stumps because it turned quite sharply. A really good piece of wicket keeping from Shai Hope.
They were quite able to put them away excellently. And that's the art of good batsmanship. When you get those loose deliveries, no matter what the type of conditions, you must be able to punish them, and they did that quite well. And oftentimes when you do that, you tend to get more loose deliveries because bowlers are under pressure. Sometimes you go into a predetermined sort of mindset where you think the pitch is difficult, good running, again, another good facet of their game. You come to a surface like this, Arthur, and you have a negative and defensive mindset. You get loose deliveries and you just knock them around for one. They didn't do that. They punished them even from the first over. Half volley is a half volley no matter where you play.
Yeah, 13 fours and 10 sixes in that opening partnership, and it relates to what you're saying. They didn't shy away from playing aggressive strokes where they needed to.
Yes, man.
198 for 2. Six bowlers. You're talking about the runs leaked by the bowlers, how batting has been superb. Chase, 6.86. Graves, 7.75. Athanaze. So they've struggled apart from rate that they have achieved so far.
Yeah, I like this new rule. Absolutely like it. Anything that's close down the leg side, there is a margin of error for the bowlers now. When previously anything down the leg side, Arthur, was signal wide, even though it was close. Just look at that. A few months ago, that was wide. Now the umpires are instructed to have a little bit more leniency for those deliveries leg side. As a former bowler, absolutely love it. You might not like it. Batters might not like it, but I absolutely love it. Give something to the bowlers, at least.
Coming down.
Yeah, when you see that happening, especially on a ranked turner, then it gives you that cushion. Even on most occasions, you'll see a one-day format matches played on good batting surfaces. It's all about the batters, and I can hear you. I can hear you where you're coming from, Samuel Badri, and I like that also. It's on for 3 months on a test basis. Nicely played away from that fielder at deep cover point. So there'll be a couple of more runs. 200 up for Bangladesh.
Yeah, when you factor in, Arthur, you were there in the UAE when Bangladesh were bowled out inside 30 overs in the last 2 one-day internationals. Inside 30 overs. So this series, they've shown that they can bat the 50 overs, although they were dismissed in the last over in the first game. The second game, they batted all 50, and now they're on course to do it again with lots of wickets in hand. So there has been improvement, tremendous improvement on that front, which is pleasing for them.
Oh, beauty. Given. Now then, what is he saying? He said, I haven't touched it. That's the look from Hridoy, and he's gone upstairs.
Director, third umpire, we have a player review for Port Pine. Original decision is out. It's fair delivery, go to front time when ready. We just need Ultrees just to confirm. It looks like there's a bit of a gap there. Thank you. Gap on the left, flat line. Okay, I'll go back on screen. Merkel, going to recommend you change your decision to not out. You're on screen.
Oh, there's quite a lot of gap between the bat and pad. And the ball. 2-0-1 for 2. Yeah, there is turn, but the way Bangladesh batters have handled so far, it looks a good pitch. It just looks a good pitch when you have a team scoring more than 200 inside the 32nd over.
Yeah, when you look at the score, it suggests that, doesn't it? But then you see deliveries like the previous one and a few from Akil Hussain that has really spat out of the surface. Bounce and turn, sharp bounce and turn, explosions. The Bangladeshi spinners would no doubt like what they see. A lot of overs remaining though. Can they get close to 300? And it just goes to show that the captain mentioned to you at the toss, when you ask him about a number, what is he thinking? He said 230, 240. Just a single protection in the deep. But at this position, they'll certainly get way more than that. So sometimes even the players aren't too sure what is going to be served up. And you also have to make that adjustment. Also have to be quite pliable, because such is the nature of the sport.
It's a great lever, isn't it? Because we've seen batters struggle, and now you see batters having a really good time with the bat. Fans for West Indies in big numbers. Always at their best. The fans will be very happy to see what has transpired so far in this game for Bangladesh. It's a really good comeback for them, especially for the batters. There was so much talk about the surface and the way they handle the spinners, but today they've proved a point with the bat. 203 for 2. And it will be drinks.
gestures or otherwise, which is likely to offend, insult, humiliate, intimidate, threaten, disparage, or vilify any other person, including players, match officials, or spectators, on the basis of their race, religion, culture, color, descent, nationality, ethnic origin, sex, gender, sexual orientation, disability, marital status, or paternity status. Such action will not be tolerated and is likely to result in ejection from the venue, the imposition of other sanctions, such as being banned from the venue in the future.
Oh, what a wonderful start from the openers. Bangladesh have managed to score 203 for 2 after the end of the 33rd over. Let's take all of you to Sundarbans, sights and sounds of Bangladesh.
In this largest mangrove, the Sundarbans, life moves in harmony, and the people breathe through the green. A land of legends, carried through generations, where stories speak of love, bravery, and the essence of this timeless culture.
Yep, it's also World Heritage, UNESCO World Heritage Site, and home to Royal Bengal. Partnership from the Tigers right at the top. Saif and Sharkar putting on 176 to set the tone for a total they'll be hoping is good enough to defend, because it's all to play for. This is the decider. Now fans will be eager to see how much Bangladesh will end up scoring. Some lovely colors there. The red and green, the national colors. It's been hot, it's been humid, and making sure it stays dry. Right, he's been expensive, none for 44 of 6. Gudakesh Moti. Again, it's a poor delivery, but he's got away with that.
Have a look at those projected scores. If we told you that a couple days ago that there's a possibility of Bangladesh getting 400, would you have believed us? If they get 12 runs and over from here on end, they can go over 400. Also, if I told you in this game that they would score the most ever sixes at this venue, would you have believed us? 11 sixes hit, which is a record for Bangladesh in Mirpur. Previous highest number of sixes hit in an ODI, 10. They've gone past that, they've gone to 11. If they hit 14 or more, that's another record. Here I am talking about sixes, when previously we were talking about a struggle for the batters. Yeah, such a change. And there again, you see sharp turn from Gudakesh Moti. So it's been brilliant batting. All credit to the batters. Good pace from Moti, good seam position, lots of revs. Shanto smiles.
Yeah, even if you look at when did they manage to hit more sixes? 2018 was against Zimbabwe, and even before that, way back in 2007, was against India. So certainly, today, they have proved that yes, it is, you know, if you're up for it and if you're picking up the right deliveries to show a little bit more aggressiveness, you can. Another misfield allows the batter to cross over for an easy single.
.207 for 2 after 34.
Just tell me. Yeah, most sixes by Bangladesh. You can see number 14, which was in Sylhet. Right at the bottom is 11 sixes. Is the most at this venue by Bangladesh. Again a short delivery, and again he gets away with it. 26 deliveries since the last boundary.
Yeah, so I would not have come to the ground today expecting that we'd be talking about more sixes by Bangladesh at this venue, given what we've seen before. So it's been a combination of very good batting and some ordinary bowling from a West Indian perspective. This partnership, 27 of 36, the left-right combination again doing well. And West Indies, after having gotten 2 wickets quite quickly, after a long wait, they're made to wait again.
And both the batters have shown good temperament. Not getting overawed by the situation or how well the batters, the openers batted today. As a batter, you need to pick the right ones, and this partnership is growing. They both are growing in confidence.
I have a question for you, Arthur. What's the entry point for someone like Rishad Hussain, given the score that we're seeing now? I know it's a lot of overs remaining. Sometimes you get carried away. You see the score 210, 2 wickets down, and you go a little bit too hard, and then all of a sudden you've lost quite a few quite quickly, and then it's a struggle in the last 5 overs or so. But if we're just projecting Rishad Hussain, who's been striking it really well, a strike rate of over 240 in the series to date. What's his entry point? Are you thinking overs? How many do you want to give him?
Well, if I was the skipper, he would have gone on to open the innings in the super over. Just to get my thoughts very clear. But it's a good point to discuss. After 35, we'll come back to that. After 35, 2-1-0 for 2. Guys. I would want him to come a little bit earlier, but having a look at what this batting order is at the moment, I don't think they will change it. I really don't think they will chance Rishad to come a little bit earlier. Maybe after the 44th, 45th over, yes.
Yeah, that was the question, the entry point, not necessarily the batting position, but at what point in the innings, how many overs do you want to give someone like that who can be quite destructive? He was responsible for them getting over 200 in the previous 2 matches, so I'm sure there'll be some consideration for, as you so rightly mentioned, the last 6 or 7 overs for him to come in and hit a few of those sixes that we've seen from him. Alec Athene is back into the attack. 10 miserly overs a couple days ago. Conceded 18 already. Conceded more in 2 overs than he did in his entire spell in game 2.
It goes down the wicket. He's eyeing that onside area. Remember, 34 balls since the last boundary, and they might have just had a little bit of discussion during that drinks break. Okay, now we both look set, so someone needs to take a chance here.
Yeah, and he's faced 28 deliveries for his 12. There's a discussion between himself and Shanto now. I don't necessarily know what they've spoken about, if he's just asked him to settle down a bit because maybe he's sensing something is going to happen. Another dot delivery, so this is good from Alec Athene. Is the pressure building a little bit? Well, perceived pressure anyway. The run rate is just a touch under 6. They've been doing well overall. Another dot.
Yeah, what it can do to a batter is then after playing so many dots, 4 dots on the trot, is he going to take the bowler on for a big shot of the last ball of this over? Don't need that. It's a very good over, just a single in that over. 2-1-1 for 2.
A very good phase going on for the West Indies as Bangladesh is searching for their first boundary in the last 37 deliveries. Nazmul Hossain Shanto also looking for that boundary, but it's hard to come by at the moment. As I welcome Shamim Chaudhary.
Mazhar, I don't think there is any reason for the approach these two seem to be trying to take at the moment, trying to find ways to play the big shots. Going at 5.81 runs per over, comfortably placed, 8 wickets in hand. No need for histrionics, just play steady.
On the shorter side, not the best of timing. Yeah, the 2 openers laid the platform for Bangladesh, and at one point we really felt that even now as well they should score over 300, but for that they need to construct the innings well. At the moment, both the batters are struggling.
And wise to the occasion, Shai Hope just brings in that fielder from the deep at point, just backward point.
Yeah, 2 is the call from Tawhid Hridoy. Running the first one hard, looking for the second, and will make it quite comfortably in the end. They need that intent in the middle.
And that's what they've got to do now that the boundaries have dried up. Every opportunity you get. Runs the first one, very hard hit. As they pass, the call is for 2. Good response from his partner. Good understanding. Just a wide, that throw made it easy in the end. Could have done better.
Trying to shuffle across, nicely played in the end. That sweep comes in from Tawhid Hridoy's bat, and would you believe it, a boundary after 41 balls for Bangladesh. It's a welcome boundary, and next is boundary for Bangladesh.
Well, welcome indeed. Not really timing it. Look at him moving all over the place. Reminiscent of Maidul Islam Onkon's movement when he faces the ball, but eventually did manage to find that little amount of extra speed that beat the the chasing fielder. But 1-4, they've got it. 7 runs in the over already. Steady the next ball to finish off the over.
Not a bad over from Bangladesh's point of view. 8 coming from it. After 37, they are 219 for 2. Eleven sixes and 14 boundaries for Bangladesh so far in this innings. Alec Athanaze comes into the attack. Single taken off the first ball.
What these two batters need to do is just revert the pressure. They've allowed the pressure to be built with the lack of boundaries. But once the batters get those runs at regular intervals, rotation of strike, it reverts back to Shai Hope and his men. And you see just the single of the first ball, immediate thought process in the positioning of the field. The left-right combination always coming into play. Good ball there. And from the West Indians' perspective, Mazhar, I think all they need to tell themselves is that we've just given away 1 boundary in the last 30-odd deliveries. Let's be disciplined, not short like that. That, I think, missed opportunity there.
Yeah, from Bangladesh's point of view, they really need to rotate the strike if the boundaries are hard to come by. Just want to put one point, Shamin Bhai. We mentioned that modern day cricket, it's all about scoring as many runs as you can. Scoring 300 is a habit. Bangladesh has scored just once, 300 plus, post 2023 World Cup. That came against West Indies too last year. So yeah, they got the platform. Now they need to know how to score those 300s.
Absolutely, and you can't really blame the pitches, the previous games. You go back quite a few years since the last 300 was made, and doing it on a wicket where, as all the commentators were all been surprised, we're talking about the boundaries and the over boundaries, the amount which is reaching record proportions. If they can manage to do that, think of the psychological boost that they're going to get.
2 is the call again. In between the 2 fielders, but still, they'll have to settle for 1. A very good over from Athanaze, just 3 coming from it. After 38, Bangladesh, 2-2-2 for 2. Yeah, last over was good from West Indies' point of view, but Bangladesh will be hoping to score some quick runs here. They've got 8 wickets in hand. Platform was set by the openers, and now it's time to cash in. Gary Pierre comes in. The projected score says 292 if they go about this rate, but I'm sure they must be eyeing more than that, Shaim Bhai.
Oh, there should be, but this pair have got to take them deeper. Another 5 or 6 overs with a current flow of runs. Nah, got the edge, lucky edge. Gonna get some runs, but well, I suppose they'll have to take everything that comes their way. Can't afford to get bogged down. Intentions not just changing with that shot attempted.
They're trying to go too hard over extra cover. A bit of turn undone Tawhid Hridoy on that occasion. There's a huge gap just beside short fine leg. We'll get a single here.
Yeah, very Tauhid Hridoy-like game so far. 24 of 39 balls with the lone boundary. That is something that you don't normally see in an innings compiled by Tauhid Hridoy. He's just gathered himself together nicely today. Realized that despite the fact that they went off with a bang, the openers, he realized that they'd set the platform. Oh, lucky. Very lucky.
Yeah, you can see the smile. Says it all. Beaten by flight. Reacted late. Lucky enough to get that inside edge. That saved him on that occasion, Nazmul Hossain Shanto. Gives it a charge again. Yeah, getting into the pitch of the ball will be key. We have seen the two openers using their feet very often. We haven't seen so much yet from these two.
You can see a couple of balls back. He went across, very fortunate, because Shai Hope was also moving to his left. He missed the bat. There's an opportunity for a stumping. The ball could have just got an inside edge and crashed into the wickets.
Yeah, committed on the back foot again, Tauhid Hridoy. End of the over after 39, 226 for 2. Partnership between these two, 45 or 65. Hridoy at 21, Shanto 24. Right. Dutch Bangla Bank is the first European joint venture bank in Bangladesh and a pioneer in the banking sector of Bangladesh. Slog sweep. In terms of customer trust and confidence through transparent and pure banking. It's a Dutch Bangla Bank series between Bangladesh and West Indies, and it's a series deciding encounter here. Going for that big shot on the onside.
So significant. The last 9 overs, only a single boundary being achieved by the Bangladeshi batters. They're trying desperately hard. Prior to that, 13 boundaries and 11 sixes in the first 30 overs. What a turnaround. All credit to the West Indians. As head away, talking about the lack of boundaries, here's one.
And that's nicely played by Tauhid Hridoy. Goes through with the shot. In front of extra cover. Next a spare boundary. They need more intent like this.
Excellent shot. Hmm. 26 in his 5th over. 50-run partnership. It's been steady. They've been selective with the shot making.
Haven't seen Tauhid Hridoy using his feet pretty often. Coming down the track or maybe playing on the front foot. Even if you've seen in the last couple of balls. He's more committed to play those straight to the fielder at deep square leg. Paying the price. Alec Athanaze once again making impact with the ball. He picked up his first today.
And what a prize wicket. And you could feel that coming. You could feel that the pressure was being created. Tauhid Hridoy was trying to hit his way out of trouble. Decided to go for the big shot down the fine leg area, but nicely positioned was the fielder for exactly that shot and takes it quite comfortably. And that look says it all. Very, very important breakthrough. Rutherford takes the catch to dismiss Tawhid Hidayat for 28. It's 2:31 for 3.
Bangladesh just lost the wicket of Tawhid Hidayat as Maidul Islam Onkon comes into the middle. Had a good ODI debut in the first ODI, was looking good in the second match as well. And it's a different situation today for him. It will be interesting to see his approach today, where Bangladesh need to score some quick runs here.
And in an attempt to score quick runs, his hold out just didn't make that requisite contact in the lower part of the bat. And that ensured that the ball did not go over the top. There's a lot of power in it, just the lack of timing that undid him. And it's 2:31 for 3 after 40.
Kerry Pair. We are into the business end of this innings. Last 10 overs, Bangladesh 2:31 for 3. 7 wickets in hand. Well positioned to go past 300, but for that, they need to bat really well here, Bangladesh. Yeah, that was wide. Still not given.
Wow. As we see the President box, Aminul Islam Bulbul, president of the board. Oh, no, beat him. This is a difficult period for the Bangladeshi batters.
Yeah, the dignitaries of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, Nazmul Abedin Fahim. Alongside the board president, we have got the board director as well, Iftikhar Ahmed Mithu. Straight to the fielder, not finding those gaps. 3 dot balls in a row. Over covers head. Will it reach the fence? It does. Now it's interesting to see whether it's gone all the way or one bounce to the fence.
Well, terrific strike that is. It's against the run of play, as you'd say. Najmul Hossain Shanto with a full flourish of the bat. Have a look where it's landed. It's gone over. Maybe another look from another angle to confirm for the third umpire.
That was a rocket 6, confirmed with the on-field umpire, and single taken of the last ball. 2:38 for 3 after 41. .238 for 3. last 9 overs for Bangladesh coming up. 7 wickets in hand. Someone like Nazmul Shanto well set in the middle. Catch it is the call. Fielder at long off does really well. Outstanding. Oh boy, would you believe it? Has done all the hard work. Almost took the catch, but couldn't control himself, off balance, and eventually it gone all the way for maximum.
Oh, goodness gracious. So sad from Akil Hussain. As you said, he did all the hard work, covered so much ground. Look at this shot. Just inside out, maybe reached for it, just toe under it. Looks up, got it. He's just overbalancing, decides to flick the ball up. In the process, he doesn't flick it back inside the line of play. What it does is evades his outstretched left finger. Goes for a 6. Tragic from the fielder's point of view, but Shanto is going to take it.
Yeah, Shanto reached his highest score in this series, 39. His previous best was 32. Look at that catch again. He was off balance in the end. Never easy, never easy. You can feel for the fielder. Maidulankon gets off the mark.
Yeah, all he needs to do is play to the merit of the ball. This is a time that the West Indian bowlers will be hoping that Bangladesh take a few risks in adding to that substantial amount they've got already. Opportunities will be created.
Yeah, just going back to Nazmul Hossain Shanto, 2025 hasn't been the best so far for him. Scored 173 in 10 innings, but prior to 2025, he was in great touch. Scored 358 runs with an average of 59. He's looking good today.
Just have a look at the couple of balls back. Just has lost his balance. Maybe an opportunity for a stumping. Missed there by Shai Hope.
Dot ball to finish the over, but still 9 coming from it. That's the opportunity you mentioned, Shaim Bhai. Yes, it was a chance. Goes begging. End of over number 42. Bangladesh 247 for 3. The opening stand between Saif Hassan and Shom Musharraf of 176 of just 155 balls laid the platform for Bangladesh as they're eyeing to post over 300 here. They are 247 for 3. We're into the 43rd over as Rostam Chase comes in. I just want to mention one thing, Shaim Bhai. Bangladesh were 74 without loss after 10 overs. Then they scored 176 in 25.2. They scored at a rate of 6.65. Since the power play 2 finished, Bangladesh 231 for 3 in 40 overs. Chipped in the air, will fall short. The run rate was 3.75.
And a lot of credit has to be given to the West Indian bowlers, despite the fact the figures that you've mentioned. Under duress, a bowling side would tend to be in disarray, but they came back strongly. Immediately after the fall of the first wicket, they said, right, we've got the opportunity, the wicket is still conducive to spin bowling. Let's keep it disciplined. Keep it disciplined to make the batters do the hard work, and it has paid off. They've stemmed the flow of runs.
Yeah. Focusing more on giving Nazmul Hossain Shanto the strike back, rightly so.
Yeah, he's always going to be milking the runs at the moment. But I think Mahidul Islam, just the 2 runs now, will rotate the strike. Shanto will take the ascendancy. Now he's just stepped on the gas, 41 or 49.
And almost a return catch to the bowler.
Still not confident even after facing 50 deliveries. He's had his problems. So the previous over almost stumped, and this time round his head is falling over. He's not in control, just not reading the length.
Inside out, catch it was the call. Fielder at long off, dropped it. He covered a lot of distance, Gudakesh Mothi. Catching hasn't been best so far for West Indies. Another goes begging.
Well, Najmul Hossain Shanto is living a charmed life, isn't he? Got dropped shot while earlier. And this time round, once again, a lot of work to be done in terms of covering some ground. And he does get his post to it, but he can't grab onto it. Oh, so disappointing for Austin Chase. Najmul Shanto. Well, he's got to take advantage of these drop catches.
2 is the call again. It's in the gap. No, says Mahidul Ongkon. An eventful over comes to an end after 43. Bangladesh 252 for 3.
.250 on the board, 252 for 3. When you see the batting side hitting so many 4s and 6s, and then you will somehow manage to create opportunities for them to play the ball in the air, you'd expect the fielding side to be more alert to the fact that there is an opportunity comes your way, you got to grab it with both hands. Unfortunately, this has not happened to West Indies. Well, another one here. Another one. Oh, that is a blinder. What a catch. Alec Athanaze, the flying West Indian player, takes a stunner.
Acrobatic, athletic. He did all of the work himself, bowled the ball, and then had to chase after it. Never easy running in that direction. The hand time, look at that. He was off the ground, almost parallel to the ground when he took the catch. Absolutely brilliant from Alec Athanaze. Shanto goes for 44, 252 for 4 now.
What a catch. So far, the best catch in the series. Went back 20-25 yards, and look at that time. Whoa, incredible.
Yeah, I'd really like them to freeze that frame, Arthur, when he's off the ground. Off the mark, Rishad Hussain introduced, as you suggested, Arthur, into the 44th over. So you mentioned 44-45 on cue. Look at this catch, folks. That is athleticism at its very best. Caught and bowled. Right, what does Rishad Hussain have to offer here? No, we've seen him in the previous 2 matches, a high strike rate over 200. Now he has a few overs remaining to do some magic. Single to end the over, a successful one from Alec Athanaze, 254 for 4.
Now, this is the very first time that Rishad Hussain has come up to order. Coming at number 6 for the very first time in his ODI career. Now, this is his 14th ODI, and I think it's a right move. It's a positive move, and I like this move. Face back. Pick up a single here, but what a catch. What a catch.
Yeah, it was brilliant. West Indians in this innings, they've gone away from what we saw from them last time around when they bowled 50 overs of spin. But look at this from Athanaze. We've seen a few drop catches before. He said, not on my watch. I'm taking it myself. The exuberance of youth.
That could have gone a little bit wider to that fielder and it would have been a boundary. And that's his career. Unbeaten 48 is his highest score, but he's looked the part in the last couple of matches here on this surface. Kane, he was trying to eye to players square of the wicket. The ball's not really coming on to the bat and the ball goes straight down the ground.
After you and I were in St. Kitts when West Indies chased 323 in that final ODI in that 3-match series, that was in very friendly batting conditions and a very small outfield at Warner Park. Still a challenging surface. Don't let that scoreboard fool you. We saw some vicious turn and bounce. So this will be quite a challenge for the West Indians. We'll wait to see how much they end on. Still 5 overs remaining after this one. Projected scores see them close to 300.
This is good. This is good from Justin Graves. Rolling the fingers over, taking the pace of the ball, mixing it up nicely here. Bangladesh have picked up a single of each and every delivery so far. So it's 5 from 5. stays 5 from 6, a bit quicker to finish the over. 2:59 for 4.
West Indies' highest chase against Bangladesh in Bangladesh, 256. So this would be a record chase, whatever they get from here on in, and if West Indies go on to achieve the target. A little pause in play. They've changed the ball at this stage of the innings previously. I'm not entirely sure what's the cause for the delay now, not changing, but we're into the final 5 overs, so perhaps he's looking for his boundary hitting willow. Mahidul 6 from 9, Rishad 3 from 4, so both batters relatively new. 30 legitimate deliveries remaining, projected scores of 288 at the current rate, and closer to 300 if they get a little bit more. That might just be their target. Can they get to 300?
Knocks him over. It is the rocket out. He's trying to play that shot down the ground. And Mahidul Islam completely missing it.
Difference because he missed this one completely. Turn again from Akil Hussain. Good length. If you're not to the pitch, if it's not full enough, then it's a dangerous delivery. Mahidul Ankon goes for 6, 259, and half the side down.
Nasum Ahmed, the left-hander, comes in. West Indies pulling things back in their favour in the last few overs. That's the last dismissal. We were talking about how the pitch has behaved. The spinners. Oh, that turned quite sharply. Akil Hussain picks up his 2nd wicket. 260 on the board, 5 wickets in hand. Yeah, you got to be spot on in terms of if you can go to the pitch of the delivery, then you can have a clean hit. Again, swing and a miss.
Yes, the length from Akil Hussain. You see how far down he has to get for him to just make a little bit of adjustment. The batter, he can't reach it from that length. That's where he wants to be consistently. He stands back this time. A double wicket strike. The length again, a little bit shorter, and gets the dangerous Rishad Hussain.
It's all about shot selection, isn't it? I know there are in the last few overs, so they're eyeing to pick up boundaries, but you've got to be spot on Again against the turn and finds the fielder in the deep. Look at his reaction. He's loving it. Rishad promoted up the order. Gone for 3. Bangladesh 260 for 6.
এবং ফলস্বরূপ উক্ত দায়িত্ব থেকে স্টেডিয়াম থেকে তৎক্ষণাৎ বহিষ্কার করা সহ তার উপর অন্যান্য নিষেধাজ্ঞা আরোপ এবং ভবিষ্যতে তার স্টেডিয়ামে প্রবেশ নিষিদ্ধ করা।
It's that catch that just turned it in favor of West Indies. Akhil Hussain, who's now picked up 2 in this over, was the one who took that simply amazing catch to turn things around for West Indies. Nurul Hassan is the new batter. And the last 30 deliveries, 29 for 3. Slip comes in place. Good move. New batter on strike.
Oh!
Straight away off the mark.
Well, they've lost 3 wickets for just 8 runs, 252 for 3. All of a sudden, it's 260 for 6. That's a dismissal of Rishad Hussain. He's hit a few 6s already in this series. Doesn't connect this time around. Yeah, the toe end of the bat. So off the center, and that's what you want as a bowler. For the batters just to hit it off center, to mistime it. Can he get another?
Good option, really good option. Has it got enough legs? No. So you've got another one, another wicket. That's what you asked for, Samuel Badri. You've got the 3rd one.
3 wickets in the over. Career best figures for Akhil Hussain. The ball is soft, so you really have to middle it and time it. There was good connection, but because of the softness of the ball, not the distance, easy enough catch for Akeem Ogist, comfortable in the end. Another wicket falls. That's 4 wickets in quick succession. Nasum goes for 1, 261 for 7.
এবং ফলস্বরূপ উক্ত দায়িত্ব থেকে স্টেডিয়াম থেকে তৎক্ষণাৎ বহিষ্কার করা সহ তার উপর অন্যান্য নিষেধাজ্ঞা আরোপ এবং ভবিষ্যতে তার স্টেডিয়ামে প্রবেশ নিষিদ্ধ করা হতে পারে। এমনকি পরবর্তী পদক্ষেপ হিসেবে ওই ব্যক্তির বিরুদ্ধে ফৌজদারি আইনে মামলা করা হয়।
Mehdi Hasan Miraj is the new batter, the skipper, coming at number 9. It's a mini collapse, isn't it? After such a wonderful start from the openers.
Yeah, you're right. 4 wickets for just 9 runs in 16 deliveries. That's a significant collapse. And Akhil Hussain registering his career best figures in this format. So wonderful stuff for him. Remember, he wasn't originally in the ODI squad. Came in as a replacement and straight into the playing 11. Made a significant contribution in game 2. The final over. When he was batting, he sort of gave it away. Let Bangladesh back in, but bowled the super over and bowled them to victory. And now a 4-for has an opportunity to register a 5-wicket haul. He does have 1 over remaining. And those are his career bests.
Yeah, if you look back at that particular over when he picked up those 3 wickets, the right-handers were trying to take him on, trying to play against the spin on the onside. Always a difficulty, even if you're set, because on a surface where there is a turn and bounce, you got to be really spot on. 252 for 3 to 261 for 7. On strike, the runs to be made. He's just played with softer hands where there's no fielder inside the circle on the onside, and they've run really quickly for 2 more.
Yeah, they need to be smart here. They need to utilize all of the deliveries, that goes without saying, and maybe reset what they were thinking a few overs ago. So if they were thinking 300, maybe think closer to 280, 285 from here on in. Don't still go for 300 and fall short by getting 275. In the last 30 balls, look at that. Dramatic collapse.
Nicely played. That will be a boundary. Just too wide on that occasion. So easy pickings for Mehidy Hasan Miraj.
There's something to celebrate. He's very strong in that region. Mehidy Hasan Miraj, very strong square of the wicket. Just look at the way he contorts his body and opens the face of the bat to get the gap and to get the timing. Good manipulation. And a much needed boundary. 9 from the over. They needed an over like this.
That'll be a wide. I think whatever they can hang on to till the very last ball, if they can manage to bat till the very last ball, I think the runs are bonus from here on. Because after such a wonderful start, you saw those wickets falling in regular intervals. Play to the merit of the delivery. If it's there, fine. If it's not there, then just look to rotate strike. 271 on the board. Again, good piece of timing. The 10 in that over. A good one for Bangladesh. 272 for 7. They started really well. Boundaries were coming. And that really good opening partnership setting the tone. Just in the last few overs, they were losing those 4 wickets. Has not made them look to score quickly. Again, really good running. Needed a direct hit.
Yeah, good fielding as well. He's very quick along the ground, picked up really nicely, carry pair. But the wickets in that previous over from Akeal Hosein, he picked up 3 of them. The first bowl, second caught in the deep because of the length, and then 1 more for good measure. Not connecting as well as he would have liked. So 3 wickets in his last over. Searching for a maiden 5-wicket haul. Still a lot of bounce and turn. Can he get that elusive final one?
What a delivery. Mehdi Hasan Miraj will be keeping a very close eye on what the ball is doing. Again, it's a beauty. Trying to play on the onside and then gets beaten.
Yeah, touch quicker from the previous delivery, so quick through the air. So he's caught at the crease. There is a lot of purchase even at high pace on the surface. It's not going to be easy for the West Indians when they bat. And now there's a slip in position because they know that, yes, it's an important wicket, but also that he's on 4 and he wants to get a first fiver.
Now 3 dots on the trot in this over. And straight away a bit of a chat in the middle. He's bowled beautifully, hasn't he? It's the reverse. Just can't find the gap.
Well, the slip was in position, but not for that. More for the outside edge and the catch. Right, so his final delivery in his spell. Still on 4, looking for a fifer.
Picked that one nicely off the back foot to pick up a single and will keep the strike. Lovely spell, really good spell. 10 overs, 4 for 41 for Akeal Hosein. 275 for 7. Second best figures for Akeal Hosein in ODIs for West Indies. 4 for 41. And there's a 10-over spell. And don't forget that catch. Spectacular catch. Alec Athnas was brilliant, wasn't he? Again, eyeing to play it on the onside. Just trying to get underneath it.
Yeah, expensive last over from Justin Graves. He'd want to make amends. This is the penultimate one. These two batters are more than capable of getting the boundaries. So a crucial one. They'll want to restrict them for under maybe 290. Bangladesh will be very pleased with the overall batting effort, albeit that they fell away through the middle and should comfortably have gotten over 300, but notwithstanding that, a very good score on the board.
That's gone out of the park. That's a 6.
Yeah, it's a rocket 6. It's the 14th 6 of the innings, the joint equal most 6s ever hit by Bangladesh in a one-day international match. They got 14 in Sylhet, now they've gotten 14 here at Mirpur. A full toss and got the treatment. Dispatched.
Not a great delivery at this stage of the game. Probably looking for a Yorker. Almost 6s equal to record. Again, it's a full toss. This time, oh, it's gone through the hands.
From brilliance to disappointment from Alec Athanaze. We saw that catch a few overs ago. And now in the mid-wicket area, another low full toss, mind you. He knew that he didn't time it well enough. You can see the way he's looking. He's gotten there, didn't manage to pouch it. Disappointment for Alec Athanaze. I make it about 5 drop catches in the innings, all told, in and among some brilliance. 11 from 3 in the over, 286, 300 on the cards. Shai Hope just had a chat with his bowler. And what's the plan now? 57 he's conceded in 6.3, very expensive.
Making some room and getting a bottom edge, gets past the keeper, so that he'll pick up another single. So 12 in that over. Yeah, these are important runs for Bangladesh.
Just as a reminder, if you're just joining us, it's the final ODI between these two teams. Series locked at 1 apiece, so all to play for here. First series win for Mehdi Hassan Miraj as captain if they manage. First for West Indies in some time. 2 is the call. Has he weighted it enough? Yes, he has. Good running. It has been the feature of the innings, in and amongst the boundaries. Yes, 17 fours, 14 sixes, but they've done well from this standpoint as well.
Really good. And not only this pair, we've seen the batters getting in and doing their bit in running between the wickets. Putting the pressure on once the ball has gone into the deep. They've taken the first one really hard to ensure they can get back for the second comfortably. Yeah, over the top on the offside. It's only a single, but what an expensive over. 15 in that over. After 49, it's 290 for 7. The last over, they conceded 15 runs, but in the last 5, they only conceded, including that 15 runs, 36. And they managed to pick up 3 wickets. So the last half, the last 5 or 6 overs have been good, very good for West Indies. Again, down the leg side, he's darted that one.
Yeah, just again, as a reminder for those of you who may have missed it, you might be thinking, why is that signal by and not wide? Because there's a trial period for deliveries down the leg side. If it's within the guideline, that orange line, the one closer to the batter on the leg side, umpires are not going to give wide for a 3-month period. So more leniency for the bowlers. Moti has gone wicketless in these conditions. Yeah, this is what I was mentioning. So if it's there or thereabouts, close to that guideline, they are not going to give wide. Previously, we've seen essentially anything that down the leg side being signaled wide.
It doesn't time it. Yeah, with that single conceded, he's now conceded 50 runs.
Yeah, just have a look at that ball, the condition of the ball. And when you factor in the color of the surface, it's difficult for the batters to pick it up. It's almost camouflaged in the dark mirror surface. So factor that in as well. As from a batting standpoint, it's soft, but it's also difficult to pick when it makes contact with the ground. And then when you also factor in under lights at night, even more challenging for the West Indian batters.
Should be taken. Oh no! Another one goes by. No, that's half a dozen, isn't it? Drop catches.
Unacceptable. Not at this level. Justin Graves is very good usually in the field. Fields at slip, fields at gully, fields in the boundary. He's usually quite good. Connection this time, is it good enough? No, it isn't. Another opportunity. This time it's taken. Aki Mogis, another catch for him. West Indians hold on to one finally, but very disappointing effort in the field. And Bangladesh will close their 50 overs on 296 for 8. A wonderful effort.
Yeah, finally a wicket to Guthikesh Motie. This time they hanged on to this catch. Right, Madison Mirage has to go. The 17 of 17. So after the end of the 50th over, Bangladesh have managed to score 296 for 8. It was expensive. Justin Graves, none for 61 in 7. It's a good total on the board. All started with that smashing knock of 91 of 86 from Shummu Sharkar. Saif also very good, impressive, 80 partnership, opening partnership 176. In the end, 296 for 8. Look at that partnership.
Yeah, record opening stand against the West Indies, and they're second best in one-day international. That really set things up for the others. I don't think they necessarily capitalized well on that start, but they did get an outstanding total in 296 for 8. That opening partnership apart, not much really, but that set things up nicely for them. For the West Indians, well, it's been a struggle. That man there, right off screen, Akil Hussain, second best figures in one-day international cricket, 4 for 41. Chase got 1, and so did Guthikesh Motie. Arthur Hayes picked up a couple. Guthikesh Motie now joined with Sunil Narayan on 13 wickets against Bangladesh in one-day international cricket.
Even that last partnership was worth 35 of 25. So the target for West Indies will be 297 to win the series. We'll take a half an hour break and come back with the chase.
যা বলবো না। Very good evening. Welcome back to the Sherabangla National Cricket Stadium for this the last match of the three-match Dutch Bangla Bank Bangladesh versus West Indies ODI series, powered by Rocket, co-sponsor Nexus Pay. And what a first half we've had in this game. A real mix of batting, the lack of it, splendid stuff, bowling, catching, or the lack of it. We've had it all in this game with Saif and Shoma Sarkar going off with a bang. After that, Tawhid Rida struggling a bit. Shanto for a decent innings of 44, but then they just could not keep up the momentum till about the last couple of overs when Miraj came in with the 17 runs to take the score to 296 for 8. Well, the bowlers initially came under a lot of pressure with that initial partnership 176. But all credit must be given to Akil Hussain in particular. 4 for 41 at 4.10. Kept West Indies always hoping that they'll restrict Bangladesh to under the 300 mark. Well, they're all set to go now for the chase, and it's going to be a matter for the skipper, Shai Hope and Alec Athenes, to ensure that they get a steady start. Mehdi Hasan Miraj and his men will be trying to get the breakthrough that might put early pressure on. It's a game, I think, will have it all, because the West Indies have got their work cut out, but they can also tell themselves that we can do what the Bangladeshis have done. Good evening, Samuel Badri.
Good evening, Shamim. Good evening, everyone. It's actually Brandon King and Alec Athenes, the familiar pair at the top And it would be a record chase if West Indies managed to get these runs. Their best chase in Bangladesh back in 2018, 256. So this would represent a historic effort from them, Alec Athanaze. He's gotten off to a couple good starts in the series, a comeback series for him, an important member in this playing 11 if they are to get these runs. And Brandon King had a good start in game 1, fell first ball in game 2. So he's had an indifferent series. But like the Bangladeshis did with their opening partnership, a historic one against the West Indies, 176, these two would need to set a platform. 50 overs, a lot of overs, get the team off to a good start, maybe look to capitalize in power play 1 with the new hard ball and just the 2 fielders out. So manage your risks, look to score when possible. Nasum Ahmed, left-hand orthodox, and rightly so, the left-hander on strike. First ball of the chase.
Let's play with Dutch Bangla Bank. Straight away on the money, just a tad over pitched, hurried on to the batter. It's very important. Just look at what the wicket is doing. There's been prodigious turn, as we noticed in the first part of this game. Something to be wary of. Down the leg side, with that little bit of a purchase off the wicket.
He's been dismissed twice, LBW, off the bowling of Rishad Hussain so far in this inning. So he's lasted for some time. He's gotten to those starts, like I mentioned, but not able to push on. He's played the sweep shot really well against the left-hand orthodox bowling, and because of that, they've started with a deep backward square and a very straight, deep mid-wicket as well.
Well, he's not going in that direction and almost losing out. That was struck very hard, and on its follow-through, Nasum Ahmed making a grab for it, could not latch on. Life here for the batter.
It was going away to his right. You see that he's looking at his right hand there, so not his favored side, and you're right, it was struck back quite firmly. An opportunity, yes. Never easy, those return catches. West Indies dropped at least 6 when they fielded. So a brilliant caught and bowl though from Alec Athanaze. That was almost another brilliant one.
Oops, just losing his focus. He's lucky to be still there. Athanaze took Nasum on, almost paid the price. Gives the ball some air and does get quite a meaty part of the bat to it. Maybe a tad missed time, gets off the mark.
Yeah, and that's where I was just mentioning that fielder who was quite straight at mid-wicket. Usually they are much squarer, but they understand the areas that he likes to score. An opening partnership of 51 for the West Indies in game 1. Can they replicate and even better that? That's what they be hoping for. But you need to spend some time out there firstly. Give yourself that opportunity. He didn't do that. A couple days ago, Brandon King going for the sweep first up and getting LBW. Slip and gully, or 2 slips in position now. And he's over the wicket, Nasum, for the right-hander.
And he's coming around, is just trying to angle the ball in. That is the end of the first over. It's 1 without loss. Of course, the mainstay of the innings will be the skipper with, in his 139th innings, almost 6,000 runs with a fantastic average of 50. He's got to hold the innings together, but these two have got to get them off to a solid start. It's imperative from the West Indian perspective. Oh, that is going towards a fielder who's running around. Is he going to get to it? Not quite. Intentions maybe to go a little straighter. It gets a couple of runs nevertheless.
Yeah, deliberate to sort of go inside out over extra cover. Didn't time it as well as you would have liked. A lot of height there. So he's shown maybe his mindset and the intent.
Intent may have put him in a spot of bother. That ball did not grip, did not turn back, went with the arm. Is going right the way, trying to flay it away. Lucky as the ball slides underneath the bat.
Almost, boys.
More watchful this time.
Yeah, such a guileful bowler, Mehdi Hassan Miraz. Over 100 wickets, 119 wickets in this format. Another wicket will move him up the ladder of most wickets in ODIs for Bangladesh. There's an opportunity to do that. He's over the wicket to Brandon King, right-hand orthodox against the right-handed batter. So there's a slip and a leg gully.
And that tickle round the corner, that attempt to play the shot with the roll of the wrist, that's why that leg gully in position. Quite squarish, isn't he? Backs away, but does not really make that requisite contact. Intention's pretty clear. I think any opportunity that's given to play a big shot will not be missed out. Not being very respectful. Just watch the ball, play the ball to its merit. 2 done, 4 without loss. Mehdi Hassan Miraj opting to bat first, started off with a bang through Saif Hassan and Shomo Shorka, but then the West Indians pulled it back till the last few overs, and eventually will be reasonably happy to restrict them to the under the 300 mark.
Yeah, taking off his helmet, batting with just the cap now, Alec Athanaze. Does like to play that sweep shot. He's looking in that direction where the fielders are positioned. It's a good plan from Bangladesh in terms of the field placement, having a little bit of a discussion now as to exactly where he wants his fielders. Nothing changes, so there is still a couple of fielders catching short.
It's coming round and it's up in the air. It's going to go beyond the fielder. Well, away from him anyway to safety, but once again not the most convincing shot there.
Yeah, and if he's prepared to play shots like these, the sweeps and reverse sweeps, I'd much prefer if he has his helmet on, because we've seen the bounce from the surface, top edge, and it could ricochet anywhere. So there's a change in field now. The leg slip, leg gully goes to regulation, short fine leg. Slip still in play.
Yeah, Nasum is still coming around, so he's got that natural angle going with the ball that goes on with the arm. The one that turns back, you have to watch out for. A lot of thought going into the field placings. Both sides realize that the first 10 overs are going to be a pointer in the direction this match is going. And whoever has the ascendancy early on will maybe go on to dictate terms in this match. Change of angles for Nasum. Comes over now. Reverses, a half-hearted appeal. Tried it for the second time, has not really come off.
Yes, 74 without loss is what Bangladesh managed in power play 1. West Indies will be looking to to get somewhere around that. Yeah, glove there, certainly. He's played a few different types of shots, not with too much success so far in the over.
Full toss. Surprised him. Quick run taken. Here's the throw. It was Ora and he was safe in the end. Yeah, just that question, Samuel. Is that the right way of going about it, trying too many different things so early on?
Yeah, it's about managing the risk. And that's what I think it's important. I just think that there is a little bit too much risk, but credit to Bangladesh that they haven't given too many loose deliveries. What the West Indies, I suppose, erred in the first innings was that they allowed Bangladesh to get off to a good start because of the loose deliveries. And Bangladesh have been spot on early on. It's given him a review straight away. Brandon King feels as though he's gotten some bat on that. There was a delay in giving the decision, but we'll have a closer look.
For LBW, original decision is out. There's a field delivery. Skate at front time when ready, please. Okay, that's all I need. I'll go back to Mukul on ground. Mukul, there's an inside edge. I'm going to recommend you change your decision to not out. You're on screen. Signal. You're on screen.
Big inside edge. Surprised that was given out in the first place. 3 overs done, 7 without loss. Miraj back on and keeps the batters guessing. It's that sort of middling kind of length that he produces that keeps the batters on their toes, not quite sure going forward or back.
Yeah, wonderful control of length. Change in field again. Regulation fine leg now because he knows that something's about to give from Alec Athanaze. 14 deliveries for 7. He's been trying, huffing and puffing without much success.
Oh, he goes for a big swing again, once again, not being able to get in the right part of the bat, once again finding the fielder. Frustration definitely creeping in.
Yeah, absolutely. And much different to the way things panned out when Bangladesh batted. When they played those types of shots, they middle them.
Well, he's got quite a bit of bat to it, but what he has managed only is to scoop it over the infield. Once again, struggling to time the ball properly. And one thing that also went in Bangladeshi batters' favours when they didn't middle it, the ones they edged, those also went luckily for runs to the boundary or to other parts of the ground. So that's a bit of luck, good fortune that the West Indians also need in pursuit of this target.
I just saw a shot of Akeem Ogis in the West Indian dugout, and I was thinking and wondering whether or not Shai Hope bats at position 4. I really like to see him bat there, notwithstanding who gets dismissed. They like to keep the right-left combination to sort of counter the Bangladesh spin attack, but I don't think that in a chase such as this that they can afford to have someone of the quality of Shai Hope bat too low in the batting order. So I'm not sure if Akeem Ogis is paddled up to go in at number 3, but Casey Carty usually does a job there. He's connected this time. Finally latches on for a rocket 6. A good end to the over, 15 without loss.
In one international, the highest targets chased here at Mirpur have been, the top one has been 330. against Pakistan, India against Pakistan. We'll come back to that as we see the start of the next over to be bowled by Nasum. Is third. He's given away just the 4 runs. Backs away, and the ball turns away from him, out of his reach. It's just moving too far backward to really come back in line to hit the ball. Once again, grip and turn.
The last ball of the previous over, after a few attempts, he finally middled one. Malik Athanaze, 14 sixes hit in the Bangladesh innings, and that's the first of the night for the West Indians.
And they'll be hoping there will be a lot more to follow, because if they want to go for the target of 297, they need a lot of boundaries and over boundaries with regularity. Can't afford to get bogged down. Run rate now 3.69. And again, that nip through the air. Quicker one from Nasum. 92 clicks almost. And then it goes across, that's going to be close, and up goes the Dragon Finger. I thought this might be a better call. He's pondering a review. He's trying to swing across the line, loses his balance. Nasum feels he's got his man. They're running out of time. 2-1, they haven't taken it. He's decided that it was straight enough, and that is the wicket Bangladesh have been looking for. Athanaze having a big swing, missing out, and caught pretty much in front.
Yeah, missing out, and it's a rocket out. 3 times he's been dismissed via the LBW route in the series. Opting not to review it. Be interesting to see what a review would have meant. Yeah, he knew, the umpire knew, and it seems as though Alec Athanaze concurred and goes for 15, 16 for 1.
Bangladesh have struck in the 5th over. Hakim Ogist, 2nd innings, just a debutant. Last match, 17 runs. He will be under duress.
Yeah, not looking to go straight, not thinking about down the ground, thinking about across the line again. A lot of talk has been about his play against spin, but he's been dismissed thrice via the LBW route. Maybe the better option is straight down the ground, at least against the new ball.
Indeed, the ball was not doing too much, just seemed to carry on with the angle. Wrong choice of shots. When you get balls in that line, you'd rather come forward, put the full face of the bat. Nasum Ahmed will be happy. He's got a happy knack of picking up wickets early on in the innings.
Yeah, Hakim Ogist in position 3. Casey Carty, we've spoken about his record at the number 3 position. And that one goes on straight. It will be a tremendous challenge here for the West Indies. Successful over. 16 for 1.
Half of the power play overs have been eaten up already. The West Indies 16 for 1. Down the leg side, and because of that new rule with those guidelines, this protector guide, they're called, has not been given a wide 3 months. They're going to try it. That kept low.
Yeah, I just wonder what he's thinking. Brandon King. Some keeping low, some turning, some not turning.
Oh, slog sweep, and he's got it. He's got the maximum. That is a bold strike. That is a terrific rocket six.
Yeah, it's a release shot. A real pressure shot here from Brandon King. Credit to him that he's kept his eyes on the ball and he's made good connection. A second 6 for the West Indies. Haven't struck a 4 as yet. Maybe a little bit too close for Mehidy Hasan Miraz. Pull the length back slightly. And the leg gully has been dispensed with.
I think that is a good option. Ball turning into the right-hander if it tries to tickle it around the corner. And there he goes. That's the area. But this has gone past the fielder and it's racing away. And they get the first 4. Nexus pay 4. This has been rather a tardy over from the skipper.
Yeah, some fans there supporting the West Indies. A rarity, but very well controlled again from King. That one was angling down the leg side and deserved that type of stroke.
And he backs away and ambles the single. This has been an excellent over. 11 coming from the 6th over. 27 for 1. A quiet start, then an 8-run over, and then the wicket in the next over. But what a fantastic last over it's been. Once again, I've seen the 3rd time that King has been forced to back away and try to reach the ball as it turns away. Seems to be exposing his intentions a little early for the bowler to bowl it a tad wider.
I just want to focus on that technique from him. He knows that the ball is turning away, and you see his left foot pulling away way down the leg side, which means that he's moving away from the line of the ball. Another huge shout for LBW. And they'll think about it. I always say don't ask the bowler because they always think that it's out. And in this case, the wicketkeeper as well. They've managed to convince Mirage to go for the review, and we'll have a closer inspection.
Direct to 3rd umpire per player review for LBW. Original decision is not out. Speed delivery front on when ready. Okay, just when Aldridge is ready, we'll have a look at that, please.
Here it is, go.
Okay, he's going under, through the pad, no bat involved. You can go to ball tracking when available. No problem.
Here it is, go.
Original decision is not out. Pitching outside off, impacts in line, wickets hitting. Mukul will get you back on screen now. I recommend you change your original decision to out. You're on screen.
Well, he has to change his decision. And there's the wicket. They thought about taking the review. It was the bowler and the keeper insisting that they should take it. And it has turned out to be a good one. Second wicket down for...
Now look at the celebrations. A little bit by surprise there when they finally saw the trajectory of the ball. Without scoring in his second ODI, 28 for 2.
Bangladesh have control. They've managed to take 2 wickets. Kesekari comes in, 1539 runs, 400s. Oh, and immediately he prods forward and gets beaten.
Yeah, when we see the way that this pitch has played and the way the West Indians have struggled so far, a lot of credit to the 2 opening batters from Bangladesh. 176 was that opening partnership. That's how brilliant they were. Saif and Shumo Saka. It's early. He too recently introduced in the playing 11.
And making the... Shomo Sarkar, you're just mentioning, is so very good. Started off the innings with a maiden sieve. In and out of the team many times. Shomo Sarkar has asserted himself in the team today.